Hey, what's going on? We're going to talk about subplots. Subplots is the one thing that carries your story forward even when you are not engaging in a regular plot of the story, in my opinion. The subplot can bring a story full circle. So I'm going to lay out a storyline for you that I actually don't steal it. It's a story that's already being written. So you have a family, a middle class family. You have a beautiful woman named Brittany, and she's married to Marvin, and they go out on the town one night and they have a car accident. So, maybe back up a little bit. They have 3 sons. They have a car accident, and Marvin is killed, and Brittany becomes disabled. Now, that's the foundation of the story. Brittany becomes disabled, and the plot is that Brittany has to readjust to life. You know, she's no longer middle class. She has to move, to a lower class neighborhood where her and her sons are young. They're not used to living like that. But the plot is basically she's trying to adjust to being disabled. She's trying to adjust mentally. She has to sit in the welfare office. She's trying to adjust. Now, during Brittany's adjustment of trying to better her life, in the situation and dealing mentally with this downfall of her life, she has 3 sons to raise, which is a subplot. She's in a wheelchair, and she's trying to raise 3 sons. But with the neighborhood she moves in, she has to deal with the hoods in the neighborhood trying to, in so many ways, recruit her son and, things like that. So while battling her own personal demons and while battling being disabled and not being, she don't have that much control on what her sons do as they grow up out of her presence. And so the subplot is her dealing with that. The regular plot is her dealing with disability and learning how to live a different life. But to really bring that story home, her having a subplot with her sons really drives that story forward. Because if you write a story and you're writing about things in the story that does not move that story forward, it's useless. Every word you write needs to move that story forward. You don't want to write a story and put a whole lot of things in there that has nothing to do with the overall picture or the overall story. You're going to lose your reader like that. If the reader's like, okay, what does this have to do with, if she goes to China, like, what does that have to do with her? Like, when the reader starts questioning, like, okay, why am I reading this? What does this have to do with? What does this have to do with the story? So make sure when you write your story, everything, the subplot enhances your story, but it must be related to the overall picture. And that is how you write a subplot. It could be anything, as long as it's relating to one degree or another to the overall picture. Brittany, the woman in the story, her sons are dealing with a lot of stuff in the neighborhood, but how it relates to the overall story, because she's disabled, she's not able to control what they're doing. They're kind of doing things on their own, and she can't really move the way that she want to move because she's in a wheelchair. So, but it's still related to the overall plot. So basically, the subplot, if it's a sturdy and stable subplot, it will help. It would engage the reader even more to have an engaging subplot that that the reader they're able to read and focus on more than one specific thing. It gives them a lot of engagement, because not only that are they not trying to figure out what's going to happen with this woman that's disabled, but they want to know what happened with their sons too, and the issues that goes with her sons and how she's going to get out of the situation. It creates this whole mind-boggling story, which is what readers like. Something that's going to continue to make them want to turn the page. Anyway, I am D-Revolution. Like and subscribe to my page. I'm gonna be giving you some great tips on storytelling and how to enhance your story, and how to write an effective story. I've written 3 books. I've written 4 screenplays. I've recorded 3 poetry CDs, and I went to film school in Chicago. So subscribe to my page if you want to know some secrets about telling an effective story. You guys have a good day.